All right, let's move on to the next topic. Mr. Fung, last week, the U.S. House Select Committee investigating the January 6th attack on the Capitol building voted to subpoena former President Donald Trump. If Republicans win the House in the midterms, they will almost certainly move to end the committee's work. Do you think the committee should be allowed to continue its work and attempt to interview the former president, or should the committee's work end at this point?
Well, it's two questions. First of all, I'm not Donald Trump's lawyer, so that's a decision whether he's going to testify in front of that committee that he's going to have to make with them. But on that January 6th commission, if it was a true bipartisan commission, I could support it.
So it sounds like you're saying that you don't think it's a true bipartisan commission, so you would look to end it?
No, if it's a true bipartisan commission, I would support it.
You know the makeup of the committee right now, so would you let it continue or would you end it?
No, like I said, I would support a true bipartisan commission.
Okay. All right, let me ask you this then in a different way. Let's say they had asked you to serve on this committee as a congressman. Would you have served on it?
Yeah. Look, if it was a true bipartisan commission without political interference, then yes, I would serve. Because, look, January 6th is a very dark day. I recognize that. I spoke out and condemned what happened on that day. And I recognize Joe Biden is our president. And it's always important when you take a look at any type of oversight, because I come from, like you noted, a prosecutorial background. Mm-hmm. You look at facts and you do it with an independent lens, and that's what I would support. That's what I mean when I say a true bipartisan commission.
All right, I have a different question for you, but I'll give you 30 seconds if you want to respond.
Well, first of all, there are Republicans on the commission. It is bipartisan, so stop with the misinformation. But listen, January 6th was a travesty, and the worst part of it was that there were over 100 Republican members of Congress who voted to overturn an election, to overturn the will of the people. We should not have election deniers in charge of Congress, and that includes Kevin McCarthy and Steve Scalise, who's doing a fundraiser for Alan next week, the leadership team that he's backing. So, Alan, I'm going to ask you again, would you please pledge that you will not vote for an election denier who voted to overturn the 2020 election to be Speaker of the House? There were other Republicans who did the right thing and voted to certify. Would you at least pledge that you would not vote for a Speaker of the House who tried to overturn the 2020 election?
Mr. Fung, briefly.
I'm going to vote. My first vote in Congress will be to replace Nancy Pelosi as Speaker and her failed policies.
So we know what that
means. And most importantly, please. Yeah. And most importantly, what I will do is, make sure that we be a check on the failed policies of our current president, who he supports and wants to have 6 more years of this disastrous economy. That's when I'm going down for Washington, D.C. to focus on the economy, because they cannot, when I say they, the people in the district, people of Rhode Island, people in our country cannot continue to face, egg prices the way it is at almost $5 for 12
Mr. Magaziner,
eggs.
Why don't we address what he's bringing up here? I asked Mr. Fung a question about his party's national leadership, but what about yours? Where have you disagreed with President Biden or Speaker Nancy Pelosi?
Well, listen, unlike many in my party, I do support term limits, and I do support suspending the federal gas tax, which is something that a number of other Democrats disagree with, but I think that working people need a break.